right, YouTube stream's on. Hello, YouTube. Okay. Welcome, one and all to Katamari. Sorry, it's not Katamari and Chill. Welcome to the Katamari Kitchen of March 2024. At least early March. Why can't I skip this? Oh, I can. Sorry, look at my OBS, but I couldn't see the hold to skip thing. Anyway, hi, or Miso. Yay. I'm Essel. Thanks for being here, folks. If you are new to the bit, I am Essel, and this is the kitchen. We're cooking. We're changing the name. It used to be Katamari and Chill. That was a very old chain of events. We can explain that later. It's fine. It's a fine name. It's okay. But it describes what we do here. But we're cooking. We're cooking right now. We're doing the content kitchen. This is the Katamari kitchen. Katamari content, the content Katamari, that could also work regardless. State of the stream. This is the update. Recently, in the past few months, year, whatever, past length of time, we changed this bit from being purely about, and for what it's worth, just high level, we're doing Katamari and cooking, Katamari kitchen today, which means that we're talking about the state of the stream, updates, what just happened, how we felt about what just happened for the last couple of months, and what we're doing for the next couple of months. So if you do not care about the inside baseball, if you do not care about the meta level stream stuff, this is not your stream, and that's okay. So hopefully we'll see you in the next one. If you want to watch Katamari, stick around. There will be Katamari gameplay, I promise. But the main purpose of these is to talk about my process and talk about what I've been up to and what I'm planning to be up to for the next chunk of time. These were originally going to be monthly. We then changed it. It could still, I don't know where I've settled on this now, where I've settled on this. Long story short is the goal is to do one of these after each playthrough now. We finished up SMRPG. This is the post-SMRPG Katamari and Chill, Katamari Kitchen. Okay? So that's the new structure. That should still work unless we do what I'm planning on doing for the next few months, in which case we will not be finishing a game for a little bit. And then we don't do Katamari also, so we'll think about it. We'll work that out, basically, as we go here. I'm going to get a notepad open because we're going to do some notes for later as we go. But as ever, we're going to do the reflection since last time, and then we're going to do the plans upcoming, and we're going to just go from there. If at any point in the evening you, the viewer, have any thoughts, any suggestions, any feelings on what we've been up to, what you'd want to see out of the stream in the future, please do tell me, because that's the plan. Hello, Ozzy. Good to see you. So if you have thoughts on what you'd like to do, they ran off, catch them. Okay. What you want to see from me? Or you're like, oh, so I'd love you when you did this bit. Do that bit again. Say the word. Okay. Oh, Kinoko. I love Kinoko, though. Okay, anyway. Let's do this. Yes. Paper cranes. Kuru Kuru Rock. Yes, absolutely. Wait, Kuru Kuru? Is that an MF Honkai Star Rail reference? Anyway, yes. So, real quick before we go, Wafel's quick thought here. Yes. Okay, that's actually great. You have two teams. Blazing Liu combo with Ruan Mei and Healer is like one of the best teams in the game right now. Extremely strong. We'll skip this because, again, this is not the point of the game. Tonight we're talking. So keep that in mind if you don't have Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei is a big pickup for you. Seilei is very good with Sparkle. They are part of the Mono Quantum squad, and so you can go run those two with Lynx and Silverwolf or whoever. Silverwolf helps a lot for Mono Quantum, obviously. We don't have Silverwolf. But Mono Quantum's on the table for you for sure if you want to do that. Lots of options. And yeah, no pressure to have thoughts, of course, anybody who wants to have thoughts, but I'll volume, by the way, seems a little low on my end. Is it too low? Are we good? Oh. Okay. Well, then you have like one of the god squads. I think at least. I need to look into that a little bit to give you advice potentially, but but that is a phenomenal squad. So that is a you can throw that team at like half of one MOC basically forever. Then you have to figure out your second half. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's take a nice. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get turned up on my end. So anyway, so real quick recap. The big thing we did, and actually before I say that, and then immediately go, oh wait, but what about that thing? Let's quickly go ahead and open up my YouTube page. For those of you who are watching on VODs later, you're probably on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time dropping by the VOD. If you are not on YouTube right now, and you can consider dropping by the YouTube. I have done a lot of YouTube streaming over the last couple months, and this is just due to the new Twitch rules. And so a lot of the VODs coming out now are just going direct to YouTube on the stream tab. So make sure you consider dropping by YouTube if you want VODs. The VODs are going to mostly in my live tab on YouTube now. Okay, keep that in mind. Nintendo highlighted more bit. Yes, that was really fun. I liked that bit actually. That was a fun bit. I'm still trying to remember like what exactly I was referencing during that bit. Because like I'm having like a very distinct memory of like maybe it was like a Nickelodeon cartoon or something, like some sort of bit where it was like, you know, like a training manual or some kind of thing where they like dubbed it over like a very like a very like computerized or otherwise like very rigidly defined via over, you know, overdubbing stuff. That was fun. Anyway, more Ace Attorney coming up this week. Excited to do more. Okay. So anyway, the big thing we did, so since SMRPG, we did that and we started Apollo Justice, or the big things. Aside from that, I don't know what else we did because I was gone a lot too. It wasn't that. It was something else. I think it's something, I may be mixing things up too. I'll try to remember it. But it also may be like a YTP kind of thing where we're just like sort of like overdubbing with like a funny, you know, Microsoft Sam type thing. Yes, we are actually getting through Apollo Justice. I'm very pleased with that. So that's one of the things I want to talk about is we actually are going to be done with Apollo Justice sooner than later, which I'm happy about. So as expected, SMRPG Remake is extremely good. It's so good. It was an absolute blast. I'm really glad we played it. It was so much fun. I highly recommend it to anybody who has not played it, even if you watched it. Because if you've not played a Mario RPG, they are extremely experiential experiences. These are RPGs that have a lot of gameplay to them on the unexpected angle of timing. And if the action command system seems as fun at all to you, definitely give them a shot. But yeah, I think other than that, there was not a lot of like takes from me. I think it's in our wheelhouse. I mean, I remain thinking that we are liking a lot of RPGs on here, and I think that was a really good time. Whenever I play that game, you know, I am a huge Paper Mario devotee, and SMRPG I think has earned a place in my heart alongside Paper Mario for sure. Because you know, it's sort of the starting point for Paper Mario, right? It's the origin story, more or less, in terms of the development side, right? Like this is the thing that became Paper Mario. So very happy to have played it, and yeah, I had an absolute blast. I think they killed it. I love this new era of remakes that are taking a game and adding a little bit and tweaking a little bit and giving you a reason to have two different experiences. Like, I think games that are more additive like this rather than like transformative might make it a little harder to play the original because we're getting a lot of features, right, out of the remake. But I think the remake is still its own thing, and I think visually and aesthetically it's very much its own thing still. And that is the question. So I'm debating this because to be 100% frank, this is the main thing. So we'll come to this. Like, I don't want like I am worried I'm delaying P3 too much. We'll talk about that in a second for reasons that shall become clear to you. I am debating starting it this week versus next week. Basically, right now I plan to do it like Tuesday after we do this next Apollo case, and then just sort of weave in Persona with Apollo for a little while. Still just one crane. Yeah. Nice Lord of the Rings reference, brother. So the other thing, of course, Apollo Justice, it's so good. I mean, but like we didn't know it was going to be good is sort of my reaction basically is like, yeah, we loved Ace Attorney. Of course we love Apollo Justice. It's really fun. I've been really pleasantly surprised. I know that the Ace Attorney trilogy is very well liked, and I was less sure how the series sort of goes reception-wise as time goes on. And no, Apollo Justice is actually quite good. I think it was a very good time. Are we getting... Oh, God. Oh, my God. No chairs yet? Oh, we're toast. I'm finished. Oh, this is so sad. Oh, this is so sad. Please? Oh, my God. Please. But yeah, it's been great. We're not done yet, so I can't get my final takes, obviously. But like, you know, the game is good. The cast is very fun. Apollo and Tracy are great. I don't love Apollo himself, but you know Tracy's amazing and Apollo's fun certainly. And yeah, it's been a damn good time. I think the cast is really strong. I almost said Godot, not Godot. Our boy Gavin is a very fun. The whole thing's fun, and the production's great. Music's great. I mean, what's not to like, right? Like it's a good time. The sprite work is phenomenal. Let's go! So having a blast. Looking forward to the final case and the wrap up, but it's been good. I think mechanically it's been mostly strong. Leaves a little bit to be desired sometimes, but like I think it's been a really good time. I'm glad that you've been enjoying it, Ozzy. Hello, Fake Pie. We do love Katamari here. Wow, a pochette. Oh, I would love to put a pochette, actually. It's very cute. Okay, anyway. Sure. So I'm looking forward to where the series goes from here, too. I'm wanting a little more gameplay complexity, I think. You're telling me this is only... I got 88%. You're like, oh, this isn't actually that many cranes. Come on, King. Let's go. So... that is that I'm looking for. So I think both the games we played in the last couple of months, just really good. I feel like we should have done more than just those 2 games. What did we do? Hold on. Surely we did something else. I guess, I mean, I moved is sort of the thing, right? Oh, we were still finishing FF 15. I mean, 16. We were still finishing 16. I forgot about that. Oh my god. Right. Half of January is finishing up FF16. And then we started the Content Kitchen. Started doing Apollo Justice. Yeah, okay. Did some Archipelago stuff too. Fascinating. Okay, interesting. No idea. All right. So, yeah. We've been doing more randomizer stuff. Which has of course been, I think, a good time. I want to wear the thing. The pochette. It's so cute. Okay. Let's do the sumo one out of the way. Skip. Yep. Skip. I love Katamari, but I'm trying to get some words out right now. So please forgive me. Also, sorry, YouTube chat, if I missed you. My screen is all screwed up right now. Okay. Anyway. All right, sumo. Will become strong on a diet of protein. Okay. So. Hello? Oh, this song is good. Oh, yeah, this song is so good. Giant Senbei. So that's what we've been up to. Is mostly those things. So randomizer-wise, we'll talk about that more as well in the upcoming plans discussion of what we're up to next. I think that is relevant, sort of a relevant pivot there, as far as doing both present and future. So as far as the present and the past, we've been doing a fair bit of randomizer things. I've been enjoying it. If anybody has thoughts about the randomizer content, please let me know. No pressure, of course, but this is the type of thing that I've talked about for years. I think one of the fundamental challenges to doing variety streaming for any variety streamer is what your bread and butter is, because you can have most variety streamers are going to be streaming a lot of different games, and that's the point, is that you're not committing to being a certain type of stream, which is IMO. That's why I'm doing it. Case 1 of Game 1 or Case 1 of Apollo Justice? How's it? So for me right now, having settled into this new thing, this new rhythm right that we're in this year. Oh, okay, cool. We'll do. Yo, Trinon, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back to the diner. Enjoy your emotes. Again, more emotes actually coming soon now that we're in Content Kitchen mode, but not yet, of course. Thank you so much. Welcome back. And of course, folks, if you have not, make sure you check out Trinon's stream. They do a wonderful, wonderful job, especially with ARPGs, including the newly released Last Epic. How is it going? I saw you were playing earlier. Honestly, Fake Pie, guess what? Guess what's coming to Archipelago soon? Guess what's coming to Archipelago soon? L'Epoque. So, unironically, it's possible we could have the eternal Mario Galaxy docket. I've actually recently been going through a bit of a major philosophical debate on randomizers. Which is to say just that, as somebody who's played a lot of Archipelago and not a lot of solo rando, solo rando is usually a better experience. That's really nice to hear. That's been my impression, is that like it is a smoother and more streamlined experience so far, but that there is enough to like sink your teeth into for sure, which is very, very good to hear. I think PoE, as we've said for years, any PoE fans, PoE needs some competition, like genuine competition. I mean, and it hasn't really gotten it. Because it's not that GGG's been doing a terrible job of things, but like any game that's like been on top for that long and needs somebody else to sort of light a fire under them sometimes, So, and also because player gets burnt out and the community needs a little bit of a breather sometimes too. I mean, even just on that fundamental level, like if all your energy is going to one game, then oh god, that's a recipe for feeling very yeah, exactly. D4 is not healthy competition. That's for dang sure. Yeah, this seems like more like a, hey, this is a game that people are about. What's saying for sure. Yes. So anyway, I know we're on 3 threads right now. Hello, Faye. How are you? Oh no, or oh yes, depending. No, I give Dark Souls 2 too much crap. It is unplayable, but it's a very interesting game. To be very cheeky about it. It's not unplayable. I mean that very tongue-in-cheek. I think it is a very, very awkward game in many ways, gameplay-wise. But it is deeply interesting. That much is for damn sure. Oh god. We're done. I actually haven't watched that video in a very long time. I'm glad we pulls. Yeah, that's part of the intent, right? So like I said, as we talked about in the last few Katamaris, like part of the intent of putting in a bread and butter game to a variety stream is that you really want to make sure that people aren't getting burnt out on you playing the same game. Like when we dig into Persona 3, either this week or next, like it's gonna be a few months until we're done with it. Unless we play exclusively Persona 3, it's gonna be a while. And even if we do only play Persona 3, it's gonna be a while because I don't stream full time. Let's go. So if you're not into Persona 3, you are not watching the SL_TV channel at all for like months. And that's not good for my metrics or my enjoyment, because so here's the thing, like whenever I talk about metrics, because this is not my job. And so I want to be clear, whenever I talk about metrics or numbers, it is purely because I like interacting with people when I stream. And so if I see people less often, that's sad, because I like to talk to people who come by the stream. So like, if I want to talk to somebody who doesn't, just like, again, just as like a, hey, hello viewer, it's good to see you, kind of interaction. You don't do that. That's not good. That's bad. So you got to mix in something else. We can't just do Persona for 3 months straight, because then people fall off. The stream gets confusing. What else do we do? So we mix in some other stuff. I think, we'll try some Rando Wednesdays for a little bit. I like that with the advent of Archipelago, randomizers can be multiplayer as well. A lot of variety streams thrive multiplayer. I don't, because I like rambling too much. That's definitely good the way it feels, for sure. And between the variety of games I can pick up for randomizer. It's good. It's both fun to learn a new randomizer as content, as well as to practice an existing one or go for good times on an existing one. We have not gotten to try that second theory yet because I haven't been good enough at a randomizer to do it in one sitting just yet. That's been the only problem. So I'm getting there with Donkey Kong. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. OOT will take some more time, and also might not be possible. But DK, I'm getting there. Kingdom Hearts 2, I do want to get there, I think. It's a really fun randomizer. And it's much more chill. Like, DK hints are so brain intensive. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So my plan is to continue doing randomizers. Paper Mario also should be a good length, I think, and oh, you're the king. You're a lot bigger in person. All right. Just to float in there and think. This is such a fascinating concept. I used to watch Katamari from the womb. Wait, the what? Hold on. The New Testament? Wait. I'm trying. I've been watching a lot. For those who are unaware, one of the major GDQ hosts, Spike Vegeta, does a lot of KH2 streaming, and been watching him a lot. So I'm trying to pick up the strats. I am trying to learn. Oh, it is okay. Oh wow. Oh, I see. Okay, fascinating. Yes, I see. So you're my role model, Your Highness. Role model. Okay. The KH2 for sure. Paper Mario, I tried learning that again recently, and I think that'll be very learnable once we get our arms around it. MM, I really want to learn MM. Again, one of my goals for the year, for sure, speaking of future stuff, is I would love to do OOT MM by the end of the year. Not in one sitting. Not in one sitting. Yes, I've also watched Bloody Biscuits, yeah. Yes, thank you for the recto. I think Bloody Biscuits is involved with the Racing League too, is that correct? Because I'm meaning to like check that out. I know I've seen Spike doing the asyncs, and I do want to get into that a little bit, or at least if I start learning more. Asyncs are a great way to do that. You don't even have to submit your time. True. So that's the. So wait, what are we doing? I literally just was clicking. Is it like full clear number of creatures? Okay, yeah. Oh god. All moving objects in the stage, maybe? Okay. I'd be interested, honestly. At some point. So, right, so for upcoming, just the TLDR for upcoming. Persona 3, obviously. 7 Rebirth, although I have some trepidation about it because of what I've heard about it. Which is to say that it is... Wait, what is the plan? I literally forgot. I didn't read it all. I was just mashing. Oh, okay. What is this again? Okay. Fewest obstacles. Okay. No, actually, just that the game is very large. And like maybe too large is sort of the take that I was seeing a lot of it. Just like, this is an incredible game, but this MF is very big. And as far as squares, I mean, like, and also in the context of, okay, this is fascinating. So so limited number of objects as large as possible. You want to scale as much as possible per roll. Yeah, no, for sure. I think that totally makes sense, Wayfuls. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Like, I think like the way that Square approached it makes sense. I think, you know, there's been some interesting sort of discussion recently about stuff like, hey, Sony just laid off like, you know, 9% of its workforce, right? And obviously like Sony itself did not make this, but Sony is often a big beneficiary of the major Square projects. And it's like, you know, we're in a weird spot industry-wise right now. We're getting like record layoffs all over the place, but also increasingly large games. And this process is just not going to continue working. So like somebody's got to give at some point, and like where do we do that basically? So I think it's a difficult question to look at. I don't know. I don't have the answer obviously. If I did, they'd be paying me the big bucks to produce their games for them. Yeah, it's like, it's been brutal out there. Yeah, no, it totally could be, Faye, like, for sure. Like, and I don't even know, and the thing is, like, you know, these days, gaming is a very different thing than it used to be. I think what we're the most at risk of losing is, like, you know, of course, the thing we've already lost, which is, like, mid-budget AAA. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of, you know, live services put on ice, basically, or on, you know, sort of sustaining mode. But I think the hardest thing is like we're gonna see a lot of. I think that's the thing that's gonna be the toughest loss is like the really engaging and ambitious sort of mid to high budget games. We'll still have the uber budget games because, like, of course you will. We'll still have the indie games because that's, you know, those can still exist. But it is going to, I think, get increasingly hard to, oh god, there were people in there? Bruh. Okay, sure, that's fine. Yeah, for sure. And again, the old Tumblr adage, I don't think live service games are dying ever. I think it's a thing. It's possible, but I don't think it's happening. But yeah, I agree. So like, I think, you know, like the big question. I'm excited. Maybe I shouldn't. The little adage from, you know, Tumblr or whatever that was like, I want worse looking games to be made by fewer people making more money for less hours put in, and I'm not kidding. Yeah, I do want that. And you know, at the end of the day, like, the industry's in a weird place, right? Was it the Bloodborne card dev? Really? Yes. Wow. Small world out there. I agree with most more games like this should get made, 100%. And I think, you know, we're in a pretty good spot otherwise. Like, you know, as much as the industry is doing its thing, we're also at like the peak point of the industry where for a lot of people, like, Balatro is the quadruple A game of the year, right? Like, that's the game they're going to put the most time into this year. So far, at least. Right? Like, there's a lot of game, like, the indie scene has exploded in the last decade. And yeah, Lethal Company. People, like, that's the Among Us of this year, certainly, right? Like, it's a runaway success. I saw Lethal Company cosplay at an anime convention. Like, hello? Yeah, Gotcha's been exploding, which is good and bad. Good in some ways, bad in others. Good because, like, these are very sharply made. Yeah, Helldivers, absolutely. Like, and you know how I feel about the Gacha space, which is to say, I think the Gacha and Mobage space, you know, Mobage being, you know, Japanese term, I guess, but like out of between China, Korea, and Japan, there are some games come out of the space that are just doing the live service thing better than anybody else in the world. Like these games are doing sort of the MMO light thing, just in such an incredible way. And that's why I'm so interested in them. Is like some of these, like Star Rail especially right now, they have just absolutely killed it on their structure, like and the schedule and everything. It is very well structured. I think very happy with it. I don't think Hoyoverse has been hit. They also made $160 million last month. Earnings numbers just came out. Star Rail and Genshin each made $80 million last month during February. Yes, Helldivers and Last Epic, right? These are small studios, smallish at least, studios making pretty niche games, and they both exploded. So, like, on the one hand, it's like, we got to watch out for this massive AAA dilemma right now. On the other hand, the gaming, like, as people playing games, we will be fine. I think the question is what happens to the industry, what happens to, like, these thousands and thousands of incredible artists working on these games. Whether they're in art literally or programming or whatever else, like these developers and artists and everybody else, like what happens to them? Yeah, I mean Bellatra was one person. Helldivers I know is very sick. I love I just heard recently about their like enemy director person. They basically have a person on staff who is full time, like basically the DM for Helldivers, which is so sick. That is the coolest idea I've heard. Like they are personally overseeing like enemy like force movements in the game. Really cool. Really neat idea. Where were we? Right, Rebirth. I want to play Rebirth. I'm excited to play Rebirth. I've heard it is extremely good. It's also going to be a whole thing. So I'm like, we're buckling up for Persona and Rebirth, and if we don't finish those by June 21st, we're toast. Is sort of the thing, right? And that sounds like, whoa, Esli, you got 3 months. We got 3 months to get through a lot of gaming. If we're trying to buckle up for those two, right? That's the thing. So like so my very high level, not spoilery take. Super cool. I am not personally here for Nomura's Wild Ride so far. I'm intrigued and compelled by it. I don't love it. Does that make any sense? Like, I left FF7 Remake kind of mad, but I'm still like compelled by the take, and I want to see what he's doing with it and what the studio's doing with it. Wait, did I click on the wrong thing? Yeah, that sounds like a great time. And is SOP playing on FF1 or 2? I can't remember. Gotcha, Faye. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Why are you? What? Wait, what? What is happening? Those are all early game ones, right? I do want to play it. I've not played it. I need to play it. I've played like every major Souls-like except for a couple of them. I should play it for sure. So it's on the list for sure. When we get to it, I don't know. Great question. We got Persona. So to come back around to all these questions from earlier, what about Persona? So this is the weird question. So true. Here's the weird thing. When we get to a game, this is part of the reason why I've delayed MGS5 too. Oh, fascinating. Okay. A refreshing rain. Roll the clouds, 4 minutes. Interesting. Okay, this is fascinating. What? This is impossible to see. Yes, time definitely goes by. Absolutely. Here's the thing. When we of series in particular, MGS and Persona, those are the two series that have done the best on YouTube, like metrics wise, right? By a long shot. It's not that surprising. It's not hard to figure that out if you look at my YouTube channel. I want to do them correctly for YouTube, basically. Okay, thank you, Trinot. Yeah, I will do my best to keep away. And so I feel not a pressure, but like hey, this is an opportunity to do well on YouTube if I play my cards right, and I want to not screw it up for YouTube. So I want to do Persona correctly on YouTube, but I also don't want to put it off too long because, 14 vids, jeez. Okay, I'll try to be careful. I'm not really in the habit of doing Final Fantasy stuff on YouTube, so I'll keep that on. I will keep vigilant though. So again, this means nothing to anybody in the audience. You just keep doing your thing. If you want to watch it, watch. If you don't, don't. I'm just saying from my perspective. So this is just like a behind the scenes, behind the curtains. So I'm going like, I don't know, I want to do this right. Now, for better or for worse, I currently am gifted with some extra time during the day these days. And so I hope to be able to start Persona 3 and then get on the grind of like, you know, doing highlights and shorts and stuff. You know, like I said, this is not like a, this is just talking from my perspective of what is Essel thinking about? What's I'm thinking about? I do, discoverability is a big thing on my brain this year because it's been a number of years, and while I'm very happy that everybody's here, of course. Oh, that's a good one from that. Never dissatisfied with where we're at. I would like to see more people too, of course. As I always say, again, it's not a job. I'm not trying to. This is not like a make or break for me. But always good to have more faces and more people in the crew. So would like to do that, and YouTube's the way to do that. Basically, Twitch does not really offer streamers a lot of discoverability features, which is fine. And so I am planning to get on the. Hey, beautiful. We'd love to see it. I'm very glad. And so yeah, and so my something like Persona 3, which you know, most of my YouTube subscribers, I would assume, would be very interested in. I want to make sure I do a good job of putting out content to match that, right? That's sort of my my big hang up. Oh, I hope I don't know if it is. That may have been like in the before times. So yeah, but for far as content goes, here's my rough plan. My rough plan is in the next few months to year. Yeah, that's something from the before times. So I'll try to find that at some point, though. Oh, that was so good, though. Yeah, I agree, Sean. That was one of my most jumping out of my chair kind of moments. Like I need to be out of here now. But so, and I know not everybody will like shorts. That's fine. I don't need people to watch the shorts. That's fine. My impression is that it will be good for the channel to do some shorts and use those and to put those shorts on TikTok as well. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to do a test. I want to see how it goes. Is the TLDR. That is my impression. Jorts, I like those as well. I do actually have some jorts. That's a plan. My goal, more formal, that's like a sort of discoverability play. Also valid, Faye, absolutely. My real, sort of creative, I'm not that interested in that creatively. My creative goal this year, as it has been for the last several years, and more so now that we're actually in the thick of it, edited videos is the plan. And the shorts and the shorts content will be coming, I hope, as cuts of those as well as of streams. I don't have a lot of time to do cuts of streams because it's a lot of time to cut through streams. If I can get a template going, great. That's my goal for Persona 3, to get a template going for shorts and then just cut up a clip of each stream and then post it the next day or 2 days later or something, right? That's my goal. I hope that'll work, basically, as far as a format goes. My more substantive goal, though, is, again, videos, because we've been talking about it for literal years. I have scripts from 4 years ago. But yeah, it's tough. If I were full-time, sure. I got plenty of time to do the editing. I can stream for a few hours, edit for a few hours. Beautiful. There's your work day. I don't, that's not what I'm doing. Yeah. So I want to get a good editing workflow down, basically, and that'll help me a lot. My goal is to make short form, even if not short, YouTube Shorts TM, but my goal is to make something in the 3 to 5 minutes space for a little bit, just to get my rhythm going on editing. And sorry, I was looking for this. But I had a few scripts. I have a few more that I'm working on, and I want to get some stuff going for that. So that's one of my big goals for the next year. And that's, I think, another side of things too, of talking about the sort of problem of if I'm just streaming Persona for a bit, what else am I putting out? And right now, literally nothing. If you are not watching Persona 3 and you're not in the Discord, if we go in on Persona 3, you will not hear from me, right? Which is not good for me as a content person. as well as just for the, like, I want to do right by people who want to watch me. People say nice things. They go, hey, I like your content. I'd like to see more of it. I'm like, great. Here's 3 months of Persona 3. If you're into that, sorry. So, you know, it helps diversify. If I can do, like, a video about a more general topic, then there we go, right? You know, if I'm doing a video on OOT or whatever, then you can watch that and not watch Persona 3. So that's some plans. Again, I don't want to talk about specifics because, like, my life has been in, not chaos, but, like, very not in a rhythm for a while. Hey, Katamari streams. We'll do more of these, too. These are fun. These are always very vibey. Pikmin. We could do some more Pikmin. What is more Pikmin? I like Pikmin. But yeah, that's a good call though. Today. The tangents and stuff, because we have plenty of those. Part of the issue is just like finding them again. Like I need to go back through the stream and find the bit, and then yeah. Yeah, it's tough, right? Having an editor would be key, and you know, yeah, exactly. That's the tough part. So like the majority of like variety YouTubers that I follow like have editors. Like they stream a good chunk of time, and then they have editors who do most of their editing for YouTube, and that's a great workflow, and that's, you know, sort of I think a great way to do it. I like the editing, and I'm not really in a position where I'm gonna be like, I don't think it really makes sense, basically, for me to be like hiring somebody. Is the TLDR? We did some of these. So I'm confused. Right, this is new. Okay, largest possible 5. There we go. Let's see. Okay. So my goal was to work on short video essays, basically, as the main thing to put on the main channel upcoming. Exactly, yeah. And then that's why I'm liking the idea of shorts, because like unlike doing like a, you know, a lot of like sort of major YouTubers will do a sort of narrated and or heavily edited highlight of streams. Like I've seen plenty of streamers do that. Like a lot of streamers I follow in like the speedrunning adjacent circles, right? People who play like a lot of like, you know, challenge runs and stuff like that will do really good, compelling like 20 to 30 minute edits of streams. And that's awesome. I love watching those. That is a full-time editor job, though. I can't do that. But what I can do is chop up as you're saying, Faye, for example, is take a 1 minute segment of a stream, do a little light edit to it. I could do that for sure. Yeah, and doing the best of is like that's a very time-intensive process. Oh, this is a big one. I think this is the big one. This is a big one, though, isn't it? Well, let's buckle up, folks. This is one of the big ones. Well, this is the big one? Is 500 meters the big one? It might be. So this is good timing. We can chat and we can vibe while we do this. Yeah. Exactly. So like, you know, like if you want to do it, like if you want to like not just phone it in, at least like that's a whole process, right, to do the editing. You know, I didn't literally go to school for editing. I did a minor in film and media, so I did you know, some editing, right. But I haven't been in the practice of editing in a while, and like my editing workflow is like not together right now, especially not for streaming. So that's, and I like editing, right? It's like I want to do a good job, and I want to spend time on it, and I want to like, you know, make a compelling edit. And this is where shorts and TikTok come in, because to be frank, doing a good job makes sense. But this is not the platform for making like the world's most compelling edit and structure and everything. This is a platform for, you know, having a nice little 1 minute video. It doesn't need to be perfect, and that's I think the nice thing about it. So that's why I want to experiment there, because again, it's a lot of people just sort of messing around right now. Absolutely. I just saw an interview clip, and if anybody knows Bill Wirtz, you probably know him from the History of the World and stuff like that, and from his many musical jingles. Saw a recent interview clip of his as a short, believe it or not. Yes, and he was sort of talking about, you know, creative advice, and one thing he said was, just whenever you're having trouble as a creator, just make it shorter. He's like, at one point I was struggling with, putting out new videos and thinking of ideas, and I just made a jingle that was just like the word die. And I did the full process for making a jingle. It was, there was a couple notes, and it was, a musical sting, and did the recording and the visual and everything, but it was like 1 second. And basically just keep making it shorter until it sort of is a length that you can actually approach, even if it's very, very, very short. Yeah, editing's a very, 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 very hard thing. And, doubly so because at the end of the day, it's one of those skills that, like, basically you should be invisible. Right. Exactly, yeah. So it's being concise editing is very important. But yeah, I do think that's one of those things that's I think great advice, and one thing that I'm interested in sort of taking up as advice here is that notion of, like, I've been struggling to get videos together for a while now, and just make them shorter. So doing shorts, right? Like a minute-long video or less, 30-second video, that sounds much more approachable than I at one point was working on a script for a video that, was going into, like, the why I think DK64randomizer.com is very based and good, actually. Most of my scripts are currently in that format of, here's why I think this thing is cool, because I think that's a good format. I like watching those. I think that's probably vibes well with my overall attitude and style. I think y'all will like them. Works out. But that was one, and like that topic is actually very large. I think there's a lot of things going on, and if I'm doing videos from the perspective of an uninformed viewer who does not know anything about randomizers, you gotta explain a lot to explain why this thing is cool. As one of the more like transformative randomizers, versus it's vanilla game. I mean, OOTNM is also up there now though. OOTNM goes crazy. So all this to say, like, I would like to do something shorter, and you gotta be able to keep in mind, I gotta find some topics that are shorter. Hold on, this is bugging me. I hate to see it. No, so I actually did at one point, yeah, but I have not worked on it a little bit. Hold on. Copy. That's fine, sure. Okay, anyway. So like those could be fun, but like I'm gonna need to cut things down. So I have some ideas that I'm working on, and I'll hopefully show those sooner than later for shorter concepts. I'll say one of which is doing a deep dive on what makes a particular like moment in a game work. Like the one I may or may not do in the future, so again, no promises on this particular video, but one I started with was the little cutscene when you're exiting Kokiri Forest and OOT is, I think, extremely good. As I've begun appreciating OOT more the last couple of years. That's one of the things I've thought about. That's a very, very, very good cutscene, I think. It's very short, it's very brief, and it has yeah, it's good. And sort of be a quick little video explaining why I think it's good. So that type of thing is what I'm working on. And obviously, we know I've had problems before with ambitions outstripping my reality. DS2, that's definitely fair. It definitely is very loudly flavored. I do like a lot about Dark Souls 2, it just buried underneath all of my fury. But no, I mean, I think there's a lot of specific moments in Dark Souls 2 that work really, really well. Okay, so anywho, that's the plan. And so the goal is we gotta get through P3 certainly before June. We're gonna kick up a playthrough of Elden Ring before June, or during June before the 21st. And that's the game plan, basically, for the next bit. Everything else is, those are the major waypoints right now. Everything else we're working in around those. We do not have to play Elden Ring immediately on the 21st, but we're probably going to, because I would really, really like to. So, you know. I'm excited for Shadow of the Earth Tree. I'm very excited for it. We're going to want to do a shorter Elden Ring playthrough on the way to that, basically. Especially if they announce ahead of time how to access it. But I don't know basically how high level we're going to want to be, although as I understand from early interviews, the DLC has some sort of alternative scaling, so we may be okay on leveling regardless of what level we are. Which points to the fact that the series wasn't really that invested in RPG elements anyway. But yeah, no, it could be a good break for sure. But yeah, I think Dark Souls 1 especially had a dramatic amount of content made for it, so influence-wise, I don't think the EOS 2 was quite there. Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1, I think, are, of course, and Elden Ring are the big ones. So, excited for that. Excited for Final Fantasy, of course. And other stuff we can get into, too. I'm going to keep playing indie stuff. Going to keep getting into randomizers. Archipelago's still going places. The Paper Mario dev is working on it soon, so might be a great game to throw into the mix for Archipelago, for sure. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, so if anybody has thoughts on other bread and butter things you want to see, like if anybody wants to see, I mean, obviously, I don't know if anybody does actually want this. I play, yes, absolutely. I want to do it this year. That's another one, by the way, though, Wavefuls, that, like, speaking of the topic I mentioned earlier, like this complicated feeling I have around games that like I think did well on Twitch and or YouTube. People loved Danganronpa on Twitch especially, and I want to do a good job of like making sure I announce it ahead of time, making sure everybody clear your schedules type beat, because like it was a good time, and I want to have another good time. And part of the good time I had was that chat was super active. That's part, that's again part of the thing. Again, I mean that as very, very, I want to be very clear. This is not meant as any sort of thought or pressure on anybody. But it's why I care about discoverability, right? Like, it's like, I don't want to have to, It is fun when the process is interactive and back and forth for me. And so the more the merrier. So we'll figure it all out. But definitely happening. Alan Wake 2, I know you mentioned that Faye a bunch recently, and absolutely, I want to get to Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 1 was really fun. And I've heard nothing but, effusive praise for Alan Wake 2, so I'd love to play Alan Wake 2. So there are many things you want to get to. I want to get to Earthbound and Amori. I want to get on the Earthbound-like arc sometime this year. This has been, just an increasing problem, question mark, for me in streaming and in other parts of my life. There are a lot of things that I want to do and not a lot of time to do them. And figuring out how to prioritize through that is very, very challenging. Time is limited, and the amount of stuff that I'm interested in is not that limited, honestly. Like, speaking of other, like, bread and butter sort of evergreen content, fighting games. We got into fighting games a bit this last year. I would love to play some more fighting games. Do I have time for Tekken 8 right now? I don't think so. Am I going to make time for 2XKO? Probably. I am feeling fairly confident that may be a pretty big moment for fighting games. If Riot plays their cards right, this could be a pretty big deal. No. Yes, we are. Oh my goodness. No. Like, I want to play it too. And also the other thing too is, keep in mind, they may be among sort of active Twitch chatters, but of course there are certainly plenty of folks out there watching YouTube or lurking on Twitch, and that is a-okay. Of course, hi all of you, and thank you for being here. You don't have to chat ever. I mean that genuinely. Thank you for being here. So surely though there are other Alan Wake enjoyers out there, and I want to give them content too. But I think overall pretty okay. I think part of the problem, this is part of the problem, is like the YouTube channel is not getting a lot of this has been very up and down the last chunk of time, right? So, it goes. but it's one of those things. And also, there's a lot of videos that like slow burn on YouTube where like I'm like they don't do well, and I'm like, oh no, what happened? And then you know, we'll get tons of activity for a while. Hey, I'm cool with anybody chatting. I'll say if something's weird. Yes, no, for sure. But nah, in general, it's just like it's tough, right? Like it's one of those things where it's always unpredictable. Like I was when you know, one of my like, you know, times in history where I got very demoralized by VODs not doing well was Kingdom Hearts, because I was like deeply convinced that Kingdom Hearts was like a very good play for the channel, based on what we've been playing right before it, and it was, and Kingdom Hearts didn't quite do super well, and that's fine. That's okay. Like, I could not have predicted years ago that, like, you know, after being a Souls guy and then a Darkest Dungeon guy for a very long time, not, you know, not like forever, but like for a chunk of time, that was it. Then the best performing videos on the channel would be the Persona 4 endgame routes roundup and Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Were sort of the best performing videos on the YouTube channel. Like, you know, that's funny, right? MGSR does rule. It's funny, like, and I didn't realize it until after the fact. I'm curious if, like, the whole max or resurgence of MGSR or MGR was part of why that video does well. I had no idea it was. That's so weird. So, you know, like, I like KH. I think it's fun. I'm just like, same thing with Final Fantasy. I was like, Final Fantasy is probably gonna pop off on YouTube. Nope. Metal Gear Solid is Metal Gear Solid all the way down, baby. And to be frank, like, I don't have a lot of interest in doing like a bunch of like Metal Gear content, like outside of the blind playthroughs. I could be convinced to do more Atlas content, like if like videos on Atlas games, like I could be convinced of that for sure. That could be fun. Would I do it necessarily? I don't know, but it's just, like, you know, that's more in my interest area than doing like additional Metal Gear content, I think. So that's something that's on my mind too. Like, could I do like a challenge run of a Persona or SMT game and put videos of that up? Sure, you could do that. I don't know how that would do. You could find out. But, you know, we'll see. And then we'll see how the shorts do, right? The shorts could be a good play, it could be a nothing play. We don't know. And again, nothing is make or break. As long as I'm enjoying making the videos and streaming, I will be here. So that is the big thing, right? Like, again, none of this is like if I don't make enough, you know, on YouTube, I have to stop and get a day job. It's like, nah, like, I'm just doing this for fun. You know, the biggest things for me for streaming have always been like getting to interact with people I don't know in chat, like people I would not have met otherwise in chat, which is great, and also getting through backlog. Right, like I started streaming because I was bored and wanted to talk to people, and then it turns out you get to play a lot of games if you stream. So that is definitely true. Faye, on the other hand, there are a lot of people who are very, 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 very good at Souls games, and I'm not one of them. So we could you know, go on a training arc too for that. But my general feeling is that like there may be more of a gap in doing that type of stuff, but who knows? Or I think more than challenge runs, probably doing like a, you know, like video essay style, like, oh, it's for sure. That is fascinating, yeah. Because then you miss Birth by Sleep if you don't continue after KH2, which is a very good game. You miss Birth by Sleep. Don't miss it. Don't miss that one, folks. It's good. So anyway, again, I always feel awkward and appreciate the patience with the Inside Baseball. Hopefully it's interesting. Again, I don't want to be like talking about like, you know, here's all my streamer problems, because it's not really like that. Hopefully, my goal was to give context for my decision making and why I like, you know, try to pick certain games or whatever. Right? That's always my goal. So hope that makes sense. Yeah, it's like incredibly popular, but also. So, you know, like, I think doing some, you know, like, you could do some stuff on SMT and Persona characters or writing. Like, I would love to do some of that. That'd be fun. Thinking about Cosmos. But yeah, that's the other side of like the randomizer thing. Like I'm not good and I'm not ever really gonna be like interesting, like you know, especially good at randomizers. Like there's just too many people out there who are dramatically better than I am at these things, right? That's not really gonna change. That would be a dramatic amount of time to put into changing that. But could we do fun randomizer stuff? Absolutely. Could we do interesting randomizers? For sure. Archipelago is an area that I'm interested in for content because I think there's not been a lot of like good archipelago content made yet, despite it being a very compelling thing. I think is a very interesting area of randomizers right now, and I think that's a potentially interesting place to get into. Try to figure out something to do for that. There's a Magic the Gathering channel that I watch, which does like sped up and edited gameplay of Commander games. So these are 4-person multiplayer Magic the Gathering games, and instead of just letting those play out on camera, they record the whole thing and they speed them up like, you know, 4 or 8x, or maybe not quite that, but like they'll you know, basically like commentate over the footage and condense it down to like a 10 to 20 minute video instead of a, you know, 1 to 2 hour type experience of watching the full game. And I do think there's maybe an interesting idea there of trying to take a archipelago seed and turn it into a more condensed like narrative. Yes, 3,000, let's go! That's game. No matter what anyone says, we are what we are. The king is the king, you see. Katamari, oh, we'd forgotten. It's almost unbelievably big. Killed it. An astounding star, really. And with speed! Let's go. Cousin Shikao. Okay, nature. Beautiful. More plantsy. I am Tweedly a bird. I should just live my life without worrying about being small or big. Yes. But yeah, and this is the thing, right? Like inherently, if you focus on one thing, you're gonna get better at it. This is also true for content, by the way. If you do primarily one type of content, you will tend to do better than if you do multiple types of content. I'm not there really. Again, this is for my enjoyment, right? This is for me. Shooting stars, yes. Like I'm doing this to have a good time, right? So save the pandas. All right, let's do it. They gotta eat yummy strawberries with running regular pandas. Absolutely. But like I'm here to have a good time and do a bunch of different types of stuff. So because I get burnt out quickly if I do the same thing forever and ever. So that's what's up. Anyway, that's roughly the plan. Again, the plan is thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So again, that's what's up. That's the plan. That's what I'm thinking about. Persona, Rebirth, if we have time. Elden Ring and SMT5, because I'm pretty committed to playing SMT5 Vengeance. We don't have to do it, and if we're not feeling it when the time comes, I'll play it on the side. Yeah, exactly. Fundraiser for the pandas, let's go. So yeah, so that is the plan though. Yeah. Hey, it's been an hour on the recording so far. So, but yeah, no, that is like the plan is that P3 Rebirth maybe set up your Elden Ring SMT5. More evergreen content in the mix in the last Persona run. We're gonna be doing randomizers on probably Wednesdays. So true. And did they change the conversion rate? Ramen 6 sounds about right. That's funny, actually. The gold medal. Did we lose it? We lost it. Come back. No. L plus no gold medal. It's just like a fun show level. So yeah, that is what I got, I think, for as far as playing goes. Can I have the stack of noodles, please? Let's go. Give me the udon. No, my udon. If anybody has any thoughts, suggestions, ideas, etc. that you have not already put down, definitely throw them my way now, or watching on the VOD later, of course. Feel free to do it through YouTube, Discord, wherever you can find me. Anybody on Blue Sky or whatever? Is that real? Because it feels like increasingly all of the social media platforms are imploding. So if anybody's got new ones they enjoy, I can always repost across platforms. That's always very easy. If I want to see stuff on a different platform, that is fine by me. And as far as the increased SL activity in the upcoming future, he'll probably post on Twitter and stuff. I may also throw that all on Blue Sky or whatever as well. I don't really have a horse in the race there, other than that Twitter is annoying these days. Yes, absolutely. Definitely good to keep that in mind going forward here. Oh, come on, please. A good fundraiser. Okay. Yes. Let us go. That's what we got. Yeah, that's what we got. $40,000. $40,000. All right. Okay, sure. Take 450. Oh my God, what? That's all you needed for the pandas? You needed $4.50? Okay, sure. Long live the cosmos, chapter 10. Oh, thank you, thank you. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, what a based game. What a based game. Okay, Ring of Saturn. Okay. Oh god, these are always so hard. Oh, corn dogs. How many tangerines? I think so. Okay. 20 centimeters. Okay. Oh my god, what? Okay. How big is that? Let's give some thought to this. It's about 3 misos in radius. Oh, based song. Hello? Oh my god. This can't keep happening. As far as those stuff I think about, of course, like, I'm still involved in the world of gacha. I may do some more gacha related stuff at some point, but in hopefully a very thoughtful way. I think there is some room out there for some like non-strat based gacha game content, basically. And I think I have seen some of it, and it is nice to see. And well, we'll see. We'll see. It can be a little hard, but my goal, as mentioned, of course, doing a single topic is dramatically more effective for videos. So my goal is to get a single format down. And if people like the format, it won't matter what type of video I'm making. It is always more smooth to. That's a great point. There's probably been Konami gacha games based on Metal Gear Solid that have been what they are. Like, we're getting pretty close. Let's find out. But yeah, I tend to think that like IP-based gacha tends to do kind of badly. With the exception of rhythm games, which tend to be better. So true, I love Scream too. Okay, excuse us. A little under, okay, a little under. Excuse me, another snug nor trim, I'm sorry. In gameplay, that'll be based. Tactical espionage action. Alright. You can summon various war criminals, like in your favorite gacha game. Yeah. Okay, roll up 100 things. That sounds right, yeah. I haven't played Genshin in a minute. I heard recently that people are doom posting about an upcoming character. Is that true? Because people were doom posting about Acheron. Oh, this is a classic. What? Hello? I believe their name is Arlecchino? Something like that. Saw some doom posting going on around them. and their kit. Or what do I know? But I haven't played Genshin since I don't know, since Albedo came out or something. Whatever his name was. Nah, it was probably when, I don't know, when did I stop playing Genshin? It was early. I did not play for long. And that's why I've been so shocked by Star Rails, because like it feels like something like Hoyover suddenly like got it, basically. It's funny. I don't think it would be, but hey, it would be funny. I heard about this. It's like a sort of select, like a build your own standard banner, right? I like those. Those are good. Let's go. The fastest of all the cleanup Katamaris. Let's go. The only good gacha mechanic is no gacha mechanic. The only good gacha mechanic is, this is hilarious to say. I do think that Hoyoverse is actually kind of close, despite their rates being like the most horrendous garbage of all time. The like 50-50 into guaranteed pity is, I think, genuinely a very good system. The Eidolons are the problem, but the system itself I think is quite good. That's pretty clean. It is pretty clean. Pretty good job. What? I did well. What the heck? Oh, okay. Alright, we did this already? Get iced. Oh, as a 6-year FGO player, it's a disaster. Oh, no. The cows and the bears. No. Oh, wait. Music was? Hold on. What? Can we hear them? We can't hear them? Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. This is actually a problem for long-running games, where it just like it gets increasingly difficult to get specific characters from the past. Are there any limited characters in there, or just standard characters? Okay. Sure. Okay. Whew. That was horrible. Okay. So this is a horrible stage where you're supposed to not pick up stuff. This is why I hate it. You're supposed to not pick up things. Come back here. You will become part of the Katamari. Okay, great. Okay. Are you all bear themed? You better not be. Okay, you can't pick up anyway. Yeah, I don't want. Actually, Arknights. I think Arknights is, I think in general, a very friendly game for players. I think it's you know. I don't spend much money in Arknights, and I have like an unbelievable stash in almost all of the characters in the game. Like it's I think a generally pretty friendly game, with the massive caveat being limited banners, of which there are 4 per year. But it is really, really, really hard to get characters, limited characters in Arknights, once they are gone. Really hard. Which is very awkward. I think something MiHoYo does really well. They've been so aggressive about reruns of Star Rail already. I've been really impressed. Now again, it's worth noting again, some of my perspective in gacha comes from me being, again, a 6-year FGO veteran. And FGO is a pretty, I'm not going to say a bad game. I wouldn't be playing it this long if it was just bad. But its gacha systems are atrocious. And that is a problem. Yeah, in general, calling anything the best of the decade in 2024 is aggressive. We have 6 more years, including this year. Like we got many games. It could be. It is possible. It is, right? No, 100%. I mean, like, you know, that subgenre of like. You've got to be kidding me. I hate this level so much. Yeah, I think that's entirely fair as well. It's certainly not my pick. My pick is Dark Souls 1 or Bloodborne. It might, like, there's parts of Elden Ring that are the best in the series, I think, but if it weren't for those damn, I mean, Sekiro also is in the conversation for me. It's not, I think, the winner, but it has probably the best combat mechanics. Yeah, Sekiro I think is you know, incredible game. I just think the biggest thing with Sekiro is that it lacks some of, I think, the sort of elegant build options and world design of a Dark Souls 1 or Bloodborne. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely the tightest, for sure, though. Totally agreed. But yeah, as of like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this way, folks. Like the aggressively marketed, shall we say, military industrial complex themed waifu games are by far the most generous. And they don't even have to be because they make infinite money. Like Girls Frontline literally just doesn't make money because it's too generous. Like there's just nothing to spend money on, so nobody spends money on it. Because like, what do you like? What does there spend money on? Azure Lane, literally, you can get every character, right? Like it's a game designed for you to get every character. Like Blue Archive is probably in that same dimension, and it also does. Oh, those are bear statues. You can tell. And it is very generous as well. Like there's a lot of games in that subgenre that are very, very generous, which is cool. It's a good way to be. I tend to prefer that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, are you kidding? They're just a box. Yeah, and like, you know, as far as like the most generous games, like it might be something like Grand Blue or Another Eden, which are both. Well, Another Eden is just a fascinating game. I wish the game did better because it's a very interesting thing to exist. It's made by the Chrono Trigger team, basically. It's entirely single player. What is there to say about Another Eden? Collabs are permanent. Collabs are permanent in Grand Blue as well. Yeah, games that have low rarity instead of usable, very based. Love that. This is the reason why I think FGO has FGO's grailing system is, I think, one of the best things in the industry, and I don't know why more. Well, it's not for like meta purposes, but you know, just for letting you do things with low rarity units purposes. And like, I don't know why more games don't have it. It's so good. And I say that, and then look at Outer Lane and Girls Frontline, which have the Oathing systems, which are kind of the same thing. They're on something. They're on to something. Yeah, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 2 too. I mean, I do think that's true insofar as like Dark Souls 2 is Demon Souls 2. So, but that's my like that's an essay topic in the future. It's if I can ever get around to it. It's too long basically, but like my general take is that, and it could go back earlier than Demon Souls, but at minimum, every FromSoft game in some way is trying to hit on some part of Demon Souls they didn't get quite right. Oh, we're red. What was their name? I've been like, I haven't played Azure Lane because it was a little much for me. When I played the tutorial, I was like, bro, I don't know, man. What's up, Hydra? Oh, Rip. Well, hello. Welcome to the, Oh, that's a pig costume! Thank God. Okay. Welcome to the Katamari kitchen. If you have any brief thoughts, the TLDR, we're talking about gacha games right now, but the TLDR is, we're playing Persona 3 imminently, whether that's this week or next. And that and Elden Ring are sort of the big waypoints for the year as far as stuff to plan around. Rebirth is ideally happening, but figuring out when to work that in is going to be tricky. Phoenix Wright, of course, yes. MGS5, yes. At some point, yes. We're gonna do it at some point. Like, I'm gonna play it at some point. Oh. It's a pig. Fine, I'm done. So that's the overall thing. But yeah, I remember the Azure Lane like presented me with its like tutorial units, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this. the art direction, Azure Lane, if you're into it, by all means. I'm not casting aspersions. It's a little aggressive. It's a little aggressive. Medium, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So you have any thoughts on the upcoming or the last month of SMRPG, Apologists, and Randomizers, Hydra? Of course, let me know. This is not to say, I want to be fully clear about this, that every character in those games has bad art, because they do not. In fact, the art direction on the main squad of Girls Frontline is so good that when he left to form another studio, he's formed the studio for Arknights, a game very well known for having extremely good art direction. So that's all I'm saying. So if you have any thoughts, past or future Hydra, by all means, send them through. Oh, Phoenix. I'm sorry. I thought you had Phoenix right. I was like, yeah, so true. It's nice out. It feels good. Oh, Olympus Company drama is, oh man. Oh man. Oh. Dude. If that's what you're talking about, at least. We're seeing something. Yes, a picture in our mind. Is that dog still in Select Plaza? It could work out. Alright, let's do it. Oh, Discord, that's fine too. That's fine too. Let me see. Oh, great. Well, we love a low rarity gacha unit. I like her hair. Oh yeah. The Korean like internet culture sphere right now seems like it is in like obviously generalization, and that's what we're hearing over here. But from what I've heard, especially the Olympus Company thing, especially was like dire. We have a dog among our fans. That's so true. Do you see? Roll the sun. Amazing. Here we go. Among Us? No, that's not possible. Oh yeah, sorry. That's other content. I forgot to mention it, but that's another bit of content. I was just thinking about it briefly. Randomizer adjacent stuff, which is to say games, like playing games to then play their randomizer. I mean, Fall Guys kind of is still the next big thing. Like, Fall Guys did very well for a very long time, and it's still doing pretty well, I think. Oh, nice, Hydra. I'm glad to hear that. But playing games to then play their randomizers, like... Hey, look, it's... I'll stop making them when they stop being funny. What was I saying though? Like... It is a big motivator for me. It would be fine. Like they could put Katamari in Archipelago. I don't think it's especially interesting unless you just did like level unlocks. It'd be, you know, I'm trying to think of what you could do for progression. Pikmin I'm all about, but I don't know. Again, restricting Pikmin unlocks is a little tricky, but I'm here for the Pikmin Archipelago. Like Archipelago, despite my recent like interest in solo rando over Archipelago, because of hint systems being extremely interesting. I do think still, of course, that Archipelago is very fun, and for example, Banjo-Tooie is currently basically playable. I have never played Banjo-Tooie. All of a sudden, I'm like, I should play Banjo-Tooie so I can then play the randomizer in Archipelago. There you have it, right? So that's another pipeline to play some more stuff. The other thing we could try, if people ever want to see some more, you know, some more content of a game like that, retro achievements is a thing I've seen a lot of people getting into this last year, and that could be a lot of fun. I don't know how it works necessarily, really. So we could figure that out, but hey, interested in that, or is curious about that, let me know, because I think it seems like it could be a good time. Alright, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Totally, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how like the times go too once things get worked on. I do have to say, you know, I've been mentioning that like DK64 has a phenomenal like racing scene because the game is actually not that long with race settings. And then the finals last night for the most recent bracket went for 3 hours. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Because the seed was one of the most horrendous seeds of all time. The sun is all rolled up. Oh, that was just a joke, I think. We had just discoursed about it so much. We rolled the world into one, you know? We don't really know if it's a good thing or bad, but it's powerful. Global news, this. Earth must be going nuts now. Oh, you were rolling Earth. Why are our fans are all right? You feel something. We're feeling the presence of each and every fan. Earth is fine. Don't worry, Your Highness. That's what they're saying. Oh, what a relief. I think of it, this game. Its mission was to roll a Katamari to, you know, grant fans their wishes, but there are still other fans on Earth. Maybe we didn't grant all their wishes yet, but then again, rolling up the sun is such a happy thing, so we're going straight on to the ending. The king decrees it. So here's the profoundly moving ending coming up fast. We'll have to get ready, so we'll just go on ahead. See you later. Was like Dark Souls 2 was just like I was very committed to like playing the Souls games all the way through. I was like, we're gonna play every boss, and then Dark Souls 2 sucked extremely badly. And I still haven't beaten all the Dark Souls 2 bosses. I have done almost every boss FromSoft has made since Demon Souls, except for some Dark Souls 2 ones. It's not for me. I don't remember this at all. Yeah, I see. Like, I like both of those things. Basically, the health drain's a little like, but it's fine. I just oh, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, the atmosphere of Dark Souls 2 is very strong. The thematics in atmosphere of Dark Souls 2, I think, are extremely good all around. some misses, but like in general, good. Thematic's rough in the beginning for me. I really don't like how Dark Souls 2 feels like in a lot of ways. It's like they're like, what if we like really leaned into the hub area is super good. What if we really leaned into like the Dark Souls 1 being hard thing? And I was like, no, that's not what it's about. Well, this is happening now. Anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I do want to play. I mean, like, I'm having enough of a good time with Donkey Kong 64 randomizer.com that I'd like to play the Banjo games for Rareware's sake. And then, of course, like, hilariously, I'm going to immediately get, you know, as soon as the new one comes out, it's going to not be the same. And it's going to be like, the good news is we have DK. I mean it. It sounds crazy. Donkey Kong 64 randomizer is one of the most engaging randomizers of all time. It's crazy. This game goes incredibly deep. But anyway, that's what I got. That's again the plan. We're gonna hit Persona soon. I just want to plan it and get some like assets together. So if I can do that tomorrow, great. But I maybe may do it next week. At this point, because like I want to get stuff together for it. My ducks in a row a little bit. May do some more. We just run down Ace Attorney first. So true. VTuber model, so true. So we'll see. Basically, I was saying that earlier. Like you know, I do want to try to do a not a push, but like you know, I want to do right by Persona on the YouTube side, especially because you know how much history there is on the channel of Persona stuff. So, we shall see. But yeah. Yeah, I've, you know, I haven't seriously thought about doing VTubing before. I could do it, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel like there was a period of time where just being a VTuber was novel enough. And at this point, it's like, there are many VTubers out there. And also, like, I spent, like, God knows how many years now just, like, streaming my face. So it's like, there's times where it'd be convenient to just not have a camera on, but whatever. Yeah, true. It's very true. Yeah, so I'm debating doing some of that. I also want to get my shorts format together this week, so we'll see how I get that fast. But I may do it next week. Thank you, Waffles. I appreciate that. I'll check out one thing real quick. 1 second. Sorry, I forgot what time it was. Where the hell did? Okay. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for the patience. So true. Yeah, I'm gonna probably not. I've dodged spoilers this many years, right? That's the goal. Also to keep dodging spoilers for the next couple weeks. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting. Very much looking forward to starting. So we'll get rolling. We'll get rolling soon, and then it'll be rolling time. Wish we had seen that. Prince of all Cosmos.
Oh, Gio. So better, Oyasashi Kutsume Komu. I know, Tayo no Yoni, Big Good, Okina Otokone Narundizo.
That was the strangest accent I've heard in my entire life. Why is it over so soon? Stay out of our way. Never come here again, the king. When was the last time I actually watched credits on We Love Katamari? Make who? Michiru Oshino? Huh. Well, hey. Wait, this is bonus content? Save the planet. Just tell me, Oshino, this is from game 1? Katamari Damashi, what the heck? Is this bonus content? Earth's in danger. Okay, what? What the heck? What the heck? Roll up all the cousins. What the heck? Is this bonus content? Let's find out what's going on here. Whenever you look at it, the Earth is blue. A very beautiful star, yes? Now that I can hold a candle to the great cosmos. Not that I can hold a candle to the great cosmos. Oh, Miso. A giant asteroid's headed towards Earth. Ooh, sounds like fun. Please help us. We're all waiting for your highness. All waiting. Oh, so you really were waiting. Alrighty, we'll totally save Earth. Cool. Is this new? Is this new content? Is this bonus content? Is this Earth is in danger. Okay, the planet's in big trouble. Alright. What? Mushroom from Katamari Damashi? Somebody help. What? Oh, this is the post game. Yeah, this is great. You get all the countries minigame. Yeah. Okay, South America. Alright, nice. South and Central. Where is Europe from here? Okay, we will also take Oceania. Purposes of getting a bunch of small countries to build up our pleasures. There we go, there is Europe. Get Europe, then we got Europe. I think Europe has been got. Oh, are we going to die? Oh, Mongolia. Okay, the Koreas. Hold on. You're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance? Oh, we missed Europe last time. Chile, that's huge. What the? Let's go! Oh. Oh my god. That was horrifying. Very fun little mini game there. That was nice. I was in the thick of it though. I was deeply in the thick of it there. Okay, we just confirmed it. Everyone on Earth was alright. In fact, everyone gets along better than they used to. It's like all some good coming out of the bad, yes? Countries, countries, countries. The world is Katamari. Every life was saved. Oh, look, we get the Katamari. Let's go. Okay. Up into the cosmos. Beautiful. Beautiful. As intended. Nation planets. Used to be Earth, you know. Oh, I wonder if that's accurate to what we actually picked up. Probably not, though. Well, then we got Russia. Right, the bamboo sword. This is where the there's 4 more new memories too. Wow. Awesome. Just do more of these at some point. Anyway. We're getting a little short on time and thoughts, so we're gonna cut it off here, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. It has been a pleasure. If you're watching on the stream, hold up, we're going to keep streaming. If you're watching on the YouTube VOD, though, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this Katamari and chill / Katamari kitchen / whatever we're going to call this next. Katamari kitchen, the content Katamari, whatever it is. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have thoughts, this is not the end of thoughts sharing. The end of my thoughts sharing until the next one probably, but if you have thoughts, suggestions, feedback, ideas, just feel free to drop them down below. Come by the Discord to share your thoughts there, especially if you got feedback on stuff that I've already put out. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've been doing. So hopefully I will see you all around. Links to everything down below, including especially to the Discord, which is the best place to reach me. Hopefully we'll see you all soon. Until next time, enjoy yourselves. Peace. Katamari chef, true. That's me. So, that's what I got. I am going to, for the next day, debate if I want to just get rolling on Persona or if I want to give myself the week to figure it out. Because we could just finish Apollo Justice first, or we could interweave Apollo Justice. Those are the two options, basically. I'm not sure. Stay tuned, basically. I'm gonna take my my vibe check tomorrow, and maybe we'll do a poll on social. We'll figure it out in Discord. Stay tuned. But that's the plan. Regardless of what we're doing tomorrow, we are doing Apollo Justice, so stay tuned for that. We're finishing up the case tomorrow. That's what I got. If anybody would like to see the Star Rail Penacony story on stream, let me know. Otherwise, I've been meaning to get to that myself, and I'm probably just gonna do it offline. I don't know that the Star Rail content was like, you know, especially interesting. A video on Penacony, yes, perhaps. Video of streaming it, maybe not so much. So otherwise, that's what I got. Stay tuned for updates on Persona. Stay tuned for updates on everything else. But that's what I've got for the time being. Thank you all so much for being here. As I said to the people of YouTube, if you have thoughts, if you have suggestions, of course, feel free to drop them here in chat or on Discord or whatever. Let me know. Think I should pull Sparkle right now. I do have a lot of pulls. I could do that. But my teams right now are Jingliu and the Dot team. And neither of those needs Sparkle. Acheron might need Sparkle, but I'm also needing to pull at least her and her light cone, and that's already getting a little expensive. So we could do a cheeky one pity on Sparkle is sort of what's going on, is what I'm debating. And then if I hit, phenomenal. I will find the currency to get another 2 pities saved up for Acheron. It is nice. Yeah. Look, I was vigilant. I've been vigilant, okay? I've been disciplined with my rolling, okay? I'm just saying. We fought for it. But yeah, the entirely fair. Look, it's hard out there. It's a little dangerous for my Acheron funds because I do want to make sure I have basically 3 pities for her to get hard guarantee her, and then like basically guarantee the light cone, because that's the biggest problem. Like her Eidolon tube is like cracked beyond belief, but so is her light cone, both of which are important. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I'm Essel. Hopefully I will see you all tomorrow for Apollo Justice. If not, then I will hopefully see you soon. Smile. Whether that's on Wednesday if we do random on Wednesday, or whether it is a Tuesday or Thursday for Persona. Stay tuned for more. Plan is coming up soon, and we'll get covered. Until next time, though, enjoy yourselves tonight. Get some rest. Peace.